also, since we're on the topic of lies and corruption and things like that, let's talk a little bit about this coronavirus, okay? Yes, I feel President Trump could have done a little bit more to combat the coronavirus. I honestly feel that. But I like to tell you that some of these numbers that they're talking about, the hospitals being so overrun and not enough beds and not enough places for patients to be because of coronavirus, you know what? Some of these numbers are fixed, ladies and gentlemen. They are. And I found out that for sure the other day. Okay, I have a friend who is a nurse at West Allis Memorial Hospital in West Allis, Wisconsin. I will not say who she is, to protect her under the Whistleblower Act, which is the No Fear Act, which protects whistleblowers, okay? So I won't say who she is, but I will say what she told me, okay? And what she told a room full of people at a meeting that we had, okay? She stated that on her unit, they have 30 beds for coronavirus patients. Only 26 of those beds are being used, okay? Which means there isn't a shortage there. They have 4 extra beds, okay? She also stated that there's 2 floors above hers where it is designed for coronavirus patients, okay? It's all set up and ready to go. It's designed for it, okay? She said it's sitting empty. Both floors are sitting empty with no patients on it, okay? So you got all these hospitals that are owned, especially owned by Aurora, who say, oh, we're so overrun, we got no places for corona patients, we got none of this, we got none of that. But yet, I got a nurse friend who tells me otherwise, that they have beds available. They have 2 whole floors that are available, that are sitting empty. And I thank her very much for coming forward and telling the truth, because this is something that needs to be exposed. Because these numbers about coronavirus are being falsified. Some of them, okay? It's just like Miller Park, okay? Miller Park, they got the people in there doing the testing for the coronavirus. Numbers over there are being falsified too, okay? Whether it's by the National Guard or it's by the people who are doing the stuff over there. I'm going to tell you another story, okay? And this was told to me by another friend of mine who was at the same meeting the same night this past Tuesday, okay? Who said that him, another person that they were with, and 2 of their friends went down to Miller Park to go get COVID tested, okay, for coronavirus 19. They said they filled out the paperwork. They sat in line for an hour and a half. But they did not get tested because they got tired of waiting, so they left, okay? The only thing they did was they filled out the paperwork. They didn't get tested, okay? A couple weeks later, they got letters in the mail saying that they tested positive for coronavirus. Now, I, as an investigator, would like to know, how is that possible that you can test positive for coronavirus at a testing site at Miller Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, home of the Milwaukee Brewers, when these 4 people were not even tested? All they did was fill out the paperwork. That means that the people who handle the paperwork there and the people within the Wisconsin state government who are doing the testing and within Governor Tony Evers' offices are falsifying numbers to make it look like there's more cases than there actually are. I don't know about you, but that really ticks me off, because that's not an accurate count, okay? Second of all the people who are dying of coronavirus, or the people who have coronavirus and are dying, not all of them are dying from coronavirus, okay? There are people who are dying of cardiac arrest and heart attacks, and it's being blamed on coronavirus. There are people who are dying of other things that are being blamed on coronavirus. There was a former Milwaukee police officer who died, and they blamed it on coronavirus. And his family took to social media the next day and said, no, he didn't die of coronavirus. He didn't even have coronavirus. So let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Numbers are being falsified as far as this COVID-19 stuff here in Wisconsin. Okay? And somebody has to step up and tell the truth. And that's what I'm doing. Not only am I protected under my First Amendment rights, freedom of speech, I'm also protected under 1966 Act, freedom of information. And under the No Fear Act, which was signed into law by President George W. Bush in 2003, the No Fear Act that protects whistleblowers. So I'm going to come out and I'm going to whistleblow about this stuff.